Hello, Mike Bosley from Mike's Music Workshop in Bognor. So I'm faced today with a common question. I've got a guitar that's coming for a jack socket because the jack socket's not working. So I've replaced the jack socket, and then when I looked at the rest of the guitar, I found that basically the neck is a little bit bent, the frets are a little bit sharp at the sides, the neck's in at the wrong angle. The curvature on the saddle is not correct, the intonation isn't right, the nut is too high. This is typical of so many guitars that are brand spanking new and people have spent £200–300 and they have all the same kind of problems to a lesser or greater degree. But it probably had the problems, most of them were there when the guitar was bought, and it's second hand and it's probably been through a few people's hands. And many people that have played it probably gave up because the guitar is difficult to play. So in this throwaway world, you've got the option to obviously throw this away and buy another one, but in which case what do you buy? Do you spend another £100 and buy another guitar that still needs the setup done? So the sort of setting up of a guitar is something that has to be done on a personal basis. A craftsman's got to look at all the different issues and set it up. And it's not done in the factory situation where there's so much automation that the individual sort of nuances of the guitar are not actually addressed. What am I going to do for the setup? Well, I'm going to take the neck off the guitar. I'm going to just make sure the frets are completely level, the neck is straight, and the frets are polished, and then I'm going to put it all back together, get the neck angle correct, set up the saddles, set up the intonation, and then adjust the nut. At which point we will have a very playable guitar. I think probably taking this item that somebody has, put some hours of labour into making, and there's materials. I mean, there's rosewood, there's maple, there's quite a lot of metal work, quite a lot of plastic. It would be a shame to sort of just write it off and put it into landfill, when for sort of the cost of a setup and a set of strings, there's a very playable guitar, making a guitar as good as it can possibly be. And unless there's actually something fundamentally flawed with the instrument, maybe by the way that it's fretted, the tuning or the scale length or something like that, then pretty well any guitar is actually worth sort of probably reviving. And I think it's better for the environment. With musical instruments, I'm constantly working on instruments that are certainly 50 years old, very, very common. And quite a lot of the time, if I get into it's not unusual to work on instruments that are 100 years old. So I'm all up for keeping instruments playing, doing what needs to be done, and making the best of what we've got. Having said that, I don't believe you should put money into things that are not worth putting money into. So, I'm happy to advise on that. But this will be a very playable guitar that will, start somebody out on a guitar playing career, and yeah, definitely worth doing.